Lauren opened her mouth like she was going to say something.
And then I didn't.
And then she didn't. Are you going to do this to me every time?
Oh, no. We're really tired today, but welcome back to the Gemini Archives.
Welcome back, everyone. I could, fall asleep right here.
Oh, me too.
Just, lay down on this table and fall asleep.
If we sound more exhausted than we usually are, sorry. We're tired today.
I don't know why. It was one of those days. Well, it was raining before, but you know when it rains and all you want to do is sleep?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, and it doesn't help that you and I both are insomniacs.
I know.
And we just don't sleep as it is. I mean, legitimately insomniacs.
I'm going through an insomniac spell right now, as I like to call it.
Ugh.
We're just... I was up until 10 a.m.
Lauren.
And I woke up at 12:30.
Lauren.
I know, I'm exhausted. I'm I can't sleep.
Sorry.
Does anyone else have insomnia?
Press 1 if you have... I was going to say, press 1 if you have insomnia.
Ugh.
Oh, dude, it fucking sucks. And it's some days where it's just you're tired.
Yeah.
And you lay down to go to sleep, but sleep doesn't happen.
I know. It's you could take all the melatonin and sleep pills and everything in the world.
You could meditate. You could align every chakra in existence, and you're still just nope, it's not happening today.
I know. It's fucking bullshit. And it's not even it just happened out of the blue one day. It's a genetic thing for us.
Yeah.
It runs on my dad's side of the family. We're all insomniacs. None of us sleep.
Yeah, our entire lives it's been like that.
I know, it's terrible. There's weeks though where I get good sleep, but then there's literal months where I just don't sleep.
I know. And I mean we sleep, but not well.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I don't get enough sleep.
I don't either.
I don't get enough fiber. I don't get enough sleep.
Yeah, that's why we need to move near the water, because whenever you and I go away on vacation and stuff and we're near the beach and stuff, we always sleep so much better.
I know. I wonder why that is.
I don't know. If you know the science behind that, please feel free to comment, and subscribe.
This is not YouTube. I don't know why we keep saying that.
I'm kidding. But no, really, help. We need sleep.
I know.
But
and it doesn't help that where we live now, our street is so
noisy.
Busy.
It's just constant noise. All
our
the
neighbors
time.
have motorcycles. We live near a gas station, and there's people coming in and out, and
a pizza place,
a bus stop.
Sometimes people just park in our driveway when the lot's full.
I mean, they have a whole parking lot, but no, because they can't be bothered to go an extra 20 feet. They have to park in our driveway.
Yeah.
It's it's ridiculous.
I know. It's oh yeah, and then now there's the bus stop at the very end of our driveway. Fuck this place and fuck my neighbors. They are literally the worst humans ever.
Yeah. This didn't mean to turn into a fuck our neighbors rant, but...
Well, fuck them.
Well, here we are.
That's all I'm going to say. Just fuck them. Anyway. Before I get all pissed off. I'm just tired and cranky.
I know.
That's why let's talk about happy things today. Let's be happy. Let's just turn today around.
Yeah.
If we can.
No, it's salvage.
I know.
If we can.
Well, because Lauren fell down another hole.
Yeah.
Just she has a tendency to just fall down these holes and stay down there for months.
I can't help it. I've fallen down this hole before, but I came back to it, and all right, here's what happened.
Oh, here we go.
I follow Wednesday 13 on Instagram and Facebook and stuff, and he put up a picture that he saw Joey Jordison over the weekend. And for those of you who listen that may not know, they used to have a band called the Murderdolls,
who I actually really love.
I love that band so much. Meg and I have been listening to them since we were 11 years old.
Yeah? Oh
yeah,
my
11,
God.
12.
Yeah, it's been that long.
A long time.
Yeah.
And they haven't been doing a lot because, Joey's been sick, and Wednesday has his own band going on and stuff. But over Memorial Day weekend, they hung out and they put up pictures and stuff, the whole Murderdolls band, not even just them. And I was God, Joey does not look the same. He has facial hair now, and he kind of put on some weight. I'm what happened? So here we go. I am going down a hole And I have to like look up everything that happened to him, what's going on. Like, I haven't thought about Joey Jordison in like 5 years.
I know. Me either.
Literally. So I'm like, what happened to him? And apparently he was like really sick, and that's the reason why Slipknot kicked him out. And for those of you who also may not know, yes, he got kicked out of that band and whatever. And those of you who don't like Slipknot, well, fuck off, because I do. So I don't care.
They're not my favorite, but I do love the Murderdolls, and I love Wednesday 13. We actually met him a couple times.
Yeah.
Or hung out with him.
We just saw him like a few years ago because he was at a convention, a horror movie convention. Not with his own band. He was part of like some like...
I don't know. He was there what it was by called. Himself, basically.
He was with like Doyle and like some other like whatever. I forgot the name of it, but I got to talk to him and stuff, and he's like quit drinking, so like he was like coherent and like awesome.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. But yeah, so I fell down a hole, and I was like looking up everything about Joey. I'm like, what happened to him? You know, he's got like a new band now, and I'm like, holy shit! But he still
his
wants
side
to, like,
hoe.
Yeah, well, he created the band, so I mean,
his side hoe.
Sure. And like I saw an interview he did for some like drum channel or whatever, and like the quality of the video was great. I'm pretty sure you could find it. It was called like Drum Talk, and they had him on there. And
what if drums could talk, Lauren?
I don't know, Megan. What if they could talk? They'd probably just say ow a lot because you're banging on them.
I'm sorry. This is where my head is at today. You said drum talk, and I went, drums can talk?
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm sorry. Please continue with your your story.
So I saw this interview, and I think I'm going to link it because it just, I don't know. I felt so bad for him, but at the same time I was like really happy. Well, I felt bad because he was sick for so long, and he literally thought he was never going to play the drums again because I forgot what it was called. I think it was like acute transverse myelitis or something, and basically it attacks like the spine, and he basically lost all feeling in his left leg. And
good lord,
he had to be literally carried to his drums the last few shows he did with Slipknot. And oh my god, what was I gonna say? Yeah, so he was like dealing with that, and like I guess they thought it was like he like relapsed after Paul died and everything. So and they fired him like via email, which is dirty as fuck. I'm like, at least he was one of the founding members. At least tell him in person.
Yeah, a bunch of pussies, like a phone call, perhaps.
Yeah,
something.
And he just wants to like talk to them in person about it, but like no one's reaching out, obviously. But yeah, and he like goes into like depth of like what he's doing now and like his inspirations and stuff, and I'm like, God, he looked so different because he was sick. I was like, everyone thought he was like bloated because he was like, you know, taking drugs or whatever. I'm like, no, the dude was like bedridden for months.
Yeah.
So it's obviously he looks different, and he has a beard now. So I'm like, man, I was just so intrigued to find out like what happened, and I fell down a hole. So yeah, especially after the Murderdolls, you know, reunion, quote unquote. I'm like, I went on like a spree of just like Murderdolls stuff.
I really hope they do shows again. They were really fun live.
I know. We saw them in 2010 when they opened for Rob
Alice
Zombie
Cooper.
and Alice Cooper. And I found those pictures the other day, and it was like a picture of Joey looking directly at her camera. And I was like, how do you get these shots, Meg? It was Megan who took the pictures.
Oh, you know,
And it wasn't just him. We got one of Rob Zombie looking at the fucking camera, and then we got one of Alice Cooper looking at the camera and, like, pointing.
I think I had my titties out that day.
I don't even know. Maybe. Because I got, like, a set list and, like, a pic from Alice Cooper and, like, all this stuff. I was like, I was not ready for this.
I honestly think I had cleave showing, and I
Yeah.
had it over the fucking guardrail or whatever the fuck you call it.
Oh, yeah, because we were in the front.
Yeah, and I was just like, hey, look at this way.
Yeah.
Everybody loves a good titty, though.
I know.
So
It's some underage tit. No, we were 18.
Oh, no, yeah, we were 18.
Never mind.
Barely legal tit.
Yeah. Fresh tit.
Oh my god.
That's disgusting.
That is disgusting. A fresh tit?
Yeah.
Ew.
Ew.
It's like someone getting a boob job. It's like, here are your fresh tits.
Yeah. Just like on a silver platter.
Yeah. It's like, hi, did you order the tits? Here are the tits.
Yeah. So,
I'm sorry. Please continue. No, I honestly think it's because I had some cleaves showing and I was like, look over here.
yeah.
So, this is my strategy.
Yeah. So I fell down a hole and like now I'm like obsessed with him. And I saw another video too with his, he was playing a show with his new band in like Argentina. And he was just sitting outside. I think it was the venue. I couldn't really tell. With like 30 fans, I want to say. 30 to 40 or something. And he had a guitar and he was playing Sick from Slipknot for these fans and stuff. And they were all like singing and like getting into it. I was like, God, man, like, they're going to remember that for the rest of their life. Even if they don't find that video or whatever, you know, it's just crazy.
Dude, that's insane.
That people, well, not even just people, but musicians and like people of status, like take that time to like connect with their fans. And you think for someone who's in Slipknot, like they were a huge band, like, oh, he doesn't need to, you know, fucking talk to anyone or do anything. But like the fact that he's still so humble after like decades of playing music is just crazy.
Yeah, and like, you know what, some bands are like that though. Some bands are really cool.
Not even some bands, some people, because not the whole band will be like that.
And then, you know, there's some total fucking assholes too. Like,
yeah, they have like the fucking record hit like platinum one time and they're like, oh, we're just the fucking hottest shit.
Dude, that's like Mike Patton, who I wanted to meet a few years ago, but we had to get going. And I wish you did, because he is like so good about like hanging out with people, and like he's like literally the best vocalist of all time, and he still makes like time for people.
Yeah,
he still like goes out and hangs out with people and says hi, and he's like not a dick about it. And it's just like, Mike Patton, will you come on our podcast, please?
I know, Joey, you too. You could come on our podcast.
I'm begging you, please.
I have so many questions because I've been listening to like Slipknot and the Murderdolls since I was 11 years old. I'm 26 now. Like, I literally just turned 26. It's 15 years of that.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That is 15 years.
I know. It's been a long time.
Ugh. Oh, God. I just had another one of my, I'm getting old, like, things. But I know, man, I would do anything to meet Mike Patton.
I know.
Anything. And I think, well, we met Joey once before.
Yeah. Was at, was it Mayhem Fest or Ozfest? I think it was Mayhem Fest.
Are you sure? Or was it Ozfest? I don't remember. They both were very similar to me.
I think it was Mayhem Fest. Because, it was totally Mayhem Fest. Because I put it up on Facebook, and I put that in the caption, Mayhem Fest 2010.
Oh, you're right.
So, because I think Slipknot played that year. No. Why was Joey there?
I don't know. They were both there.
Yeah, I know Wednesday wasn't playing. Like, the Murderdolls didn't play that or anything. He came on as a surprise guest to do, like, signings and shit. But why was...
Did Slipknot play? We didn't stay the whole time. I wanted to go just to see them and fucking book it.
Yeah. I thought they played in 2008.
They played both years.
They did?
Yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna go find a flyer.
Okay. I think they played that year. Because why else would he be there?
I mean, I'm pretty sure they did.
But, what was I just going to... We're going to have to cut some of this fucking out. I'm so slow today.
Wait a second.
Or was it Korn when he was playing in Korn?
Yes.
That's what it was.
I was going to say. Okay, yes.
Yeah, because Joey did drums for Korn too, so that's probably why. And then I know Wednesday wasn't actually playing, and he was just there as a guest.
Oh, and you know what? It's because I wanted to check out 3 Inches of Blood, because I had listened to that band a little bit, and I was like, let's go see him live. And then I saw him live, and I'm like, I don't need to listen to this band anymore.
It was hotter than shit. Like, you couldn't even enjoy it.
I mean, not even that. It's just they sounded awful.
Yeah.
They were horrible. I'm like, all right.
Oh, yeah, they sound better on record, that's for sure. But I think they broke up now.
Who gives a shit?
Okay.
I mean, I gave him a shot. I'll do that to anyone. It's like, all right, I'll go see him once and I'll give him a shot. And then it was like, no, I don't need to listen to this band anymore.
Yeah.
They were just not that great.
I know.
To me.
Yeah, so we did meet Joey that day and Wednesday. We've met Wednesday a few times.
Yes.
And he's been cool every single time. And I remember I had on a Vital Remains shirt. And it was the black mask. Like, you can't even find this shirt anymore.
Oh my God, that shirt is so...
Like, I showed Tony, and he's like, I want that shirt. But I cut it into a tank top, so, I mean, obviously, no one else can have it.
Oh, Lauren.
I know, I'm a fucking idiot. I had no idea. So...
I didn't say my daily Lauren yet, so there it was. Lauren, what the fuck?
I know. So, I had that shirt on, and Joey's, like, all into it. He was, like, so excited to see someone at Mayhem Fest wearing a Vital Remains shirt. It's like, holy shit. I took a picture with them. Okay, let me take a tangent for 1 second.
Hit me with it, girl.
Let me take you on this tangent. Fucking, they were doing a signing through Roadrunner, and the fucking asshole from Roadrunner, they were at a table, and he would not let people go around the table to take a picture next to them. We had to do that fucking stupid lean over the table shit. Like, what did they think was going to happen? There was security everywhere. No one was gonna do shit.
There was like a quadrillion people around. Like, why? I don't get it.
God help me. So everyone that day had to take an awkward over the fucking table picture.
Oh, I hated mine. I think I got rid of it because I was going through I had chopped my hair. I had awkward bangs.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was going through some shit. And I had like awkward bangs, and then I had fat arm because I was sitting weird.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it doesn't matter how fat or skinny you are, but you ever sit a certain way and your arm just looks like it's a fucking like massive piece of shit.
Yeah, it
like
just looks like a ham.
Yeah, just like I had ham arm. That's that's literally what it was.
Beefy arms.
I had beef arm because of the way I was sitting. I'm like, I like cropped the picture so you could just see my head. I was literally a head with the two dudes.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I hate this picture. And like, there was glare in my glasses. And
I know,
like,
everything about it was just wrong.
I was like, I hate this picture.
Yeah.
But luckily, a few years later, I got a better one with Wednesday.
Yeah. Thank God. I need a better one with Joey now, but...
I know. He needs a fucking step stool because he's so goddamn
he's
short.
5'3", and I'm almost 6 feet tall, so I'm gonna have to like kneel, like I'm kneeling down to a child.
It's like, I don't remember what movie this is. You ever see, like, it's the wedding toppers and someone like pushed it was Shrek, and they pushed his wedding topper all the way down.
Yeah,
like that's what it would look like.
I know. I'm like, thank God he didn't stand up. I'd make him self-conscious.
I know.
But, yeah, it's the only time I ever met Joey, too. And he was, like, really... I remember he was super nice. Like, really excited. And we talked music for, like, 2 minutes.
And what a lot of people don't know about him is, like, he likes a lot of, like great black metal. I think we talked about, like, Bathory or Venom. I forgot what it was, but... Because I don't remember what shirt I was wearing.
Yeah.
I was wearing... Oh, no. I was wearing Thornspawn. If anybody remembers that band. I don't know. But I had a Thornspawn shirt because I really... I enjoy that band. And he was like... I don't think he knew who they were. And we were talking about like, oh, yeah, they sound like this, that, the other thing. And it's like he was like rattling off like, oh, dude, I just fucking listened to this and that. And I think he was listening to... Oh, God. The Return from Bathory or something, and he was like, oh yeah, I was listening to that before and it's great and blah blah blah. And I was like, I just was not expecting that because, you know, like Slipknot and like Korn, they're like new metal fucking bands. You think that's all those dudes listen to, and it's like, no, he actually likes decent music.
Yeah, him and Mick of Slipknot too, like they both are like way into death metal and black metal and stuff. The rest of them are just kind of like whatever, all over the place. But yeah, we talked to music for like a few minutes and he was just like genuinely just like interested. I remember like he was interested in what I had to say, and he kept, even though he had sunglasses on, I knew he was staring at me the whole time.
Yeah.
Like I felt him staring at me. And you know how like people talk, and this is my biggest pet peeve, and I do it too. It's like when you're trying to talk to someone and they just don't look at you. Oh. And they're just like looking everywhere else but you. But the second that you start talking, it's like they're staring at you hardcore, like bearing a fucking hole into the side of your head from staring at you so hard. I hate that. It's like, just look at me when you're talking.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to do it the whole time, but at least make some kind of eye contact.
And I get it. Some people are socially awkward and eye contact is hard, but at the same time, it's like just 2 seconds, just like a little bit of acknowledgement. You don't need much because it's totally rude when you're looking at the floor and talking to someone, especially like in a professional situation.
Yeah.
Where it's like, because what the fuck was that?
Ugh. They're fucking mowing their lawn next door.
Are you fucking kidding me? I really hope the mic isn't picking that up, because if it does, I'm going to scream bloody murder. But we're doing it anyway. So
sorry, guys.
Sorry if you hear. It's always something. It's always fucking something around here.
I know.
But what the hell was I even saying?
Oh my God, I don't even remember.
I don't even remember what I was saying. Oh, I remember one time, I don't know if I mentioned this on the podcast before, but I used to work as a mortician like years ago. And one time I met someone who, like a funeral director who owned a funeral home around here. And he didn't even look at me the entire time I was talking to him. He was like on his phone. He was like fucking just looking at the floor, looking around, like could not give less of a fuck about what I had to say.
I know.
Literally could not care. And I'm like, it's just so goddamn rude. Oh my God, this is going to drive me crazy.
I know. Ugh, fucking assholes. Like, literally, it doesn't matter what time. It's whenever we sit down to do a podcast, someone's doing something outside.
Yeah. Oh, good. Did they move now?
Well, they're going to be going up and down, so.
I really hope the mic doesn't pick that up, because I'll actually scream.
Yeah. Sorry if you hear a lawnmower.
Sorry. We live in actual purgatory, so we have to deal with bullshit like this on the regular.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. Anyway,
so that's the hole I fell down this week.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with Joey Jordison all over again. I am.
Excellent.
So.
Well, he's on your wall somewhere.
He's right there.
He's right there.
He's above my bed.
Hey, what's up? What's up, dude?
Yeah. I got that flag years ago.
I know.
So.
I have so much fucking shit on my walls. If you walked into my bedroom right now, you would be like, you're an actual crazy person.
Yeah.
Because I have layers of stuff on the wall now. I've just accumulated so much over the years. And it's just like, well, we're planning on moving soon. We're moving out.
Yeah.
So that's exciting. But when we move, I'm like, half this shit, maybe even like 3/4 of it is fucking going.
Yeah. It's
like,
just stuff from magazines.
Yeah, it's like magazines and like old shit and like bands I don't even listen to anymore that I liked for 10 minutes and then I was like, fuck this. But yeah, so thanks for addressing the hole.
Yeah, you're welcome. That was my hole. And now we're going to go to a break.
Here's my hole.
Look at my hole. My hole's amazing.
Oh my God.
If anyone remembers Amazing Horse, please like, comment, and this is such an old joke. I'm going to stop saying that.
Oh my God, I forgot the Amazing Horse.
Yeah.
Dude, I loved all those videos, like the Badger song.
Oh my God, I can't go down another hole, please.
I know, I'm sorry.
I've been stuck in this one for like 6 days. I need a break. I need sunlight.
Been stuck in the pit. Oh, man.
Anyway, we're going to go to a break.
Yeah.
And hopefully, neighbors will let up on their fucking lawnmower.
What a bunch of cunts. Hate these people.
I know.
These people and then the other people. They could all go fuck themselves. I say as I smile. But, okay, so. Man, because I know this is usually the part where I'm like, here's a song of it. I literally don't even know what I've been listening to this week. Yeah. I've been listening to a lot of classical music.
Yeah.
Like, it's a lot of Mozart.
Yeah.
And like Exciter. Like, those are the two things I've been listening to this week.
Interesting.
With me, it's like, I don't know. It's like I find things and like I'll either stick with them for like weeks and weeks and weeks, or it's like I go through like, okay, this random band and this random band and just those two bands.
Yeah.
That's it. So, I don't know. Do I play Exciter?
Sure.
I mean, because I've been listening to Heavy Metal Maniac a lot lately. It's just like those riffs get stuck in my head.
Yeah.
And it's like I cannot get them out. Once it's stuck, it's like what are they called? Earworms or whatever?
Sure.
Where they get like stuck in your head?
Yeah.
I don't know that probably isn't the right term, and I probably sound like a fucking idiot right now. But
Well, I don't know it either, so we'll both be idiots.
So it'll either be Mozart or Exciter. I think I'm gonna give an option now. You're gonna get a surprise, unless you read the description, because Lord puts a song in the description and you want to spoil it. But
yeah,
I think I'm gonna do. I don't know who I'm gonna do yet. Maybe Exciter. Okay. No, it's been more Mozart though. I don't know. I'm gonna surprise you.
Okay. Well, here's either Exciter or Mozart.
If there were any two bands that defined my personality, bands. Mozart's a fucking composer.
Yeah. Could you imagine Mozart if he had a band? Like a legit band?
It would be probably amazing.
Oh my god.
Oh, I can't even
I'd go to their show. I'd pay the $15 fucking ticket to go to that show.
I would weep, probably. It would be so moving and beautiful to me.
They play for a crowd of like 100 people.
But I mean, well, what I was trying to say was there are no two better examples of like musical artists, music choices that define my personality. That's the duality. It's like either it's like quiet and nice and pretty, or it is literally in your face, fucking loud shit. So yeah. So enjoy either one side or the other.
Yeah.
And hopefully this lawnmower fucking stops by the time we come back.
Yeah, let's hope so.
Oh, and my stomach's yelling at me, so maybe I'll go get some yummies.
Okay. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back. Now we're back. Oh, goodness. Sorry, we're just bitching about our fucking neighbors.
I know. Just bear with us in this fucking... I don't even know if we could hear it.
I don't know either. If you can hear it, press 1. And just let us know. But, Anyway.
We're gonna...
Yeah. We're gonna jump into the meat and potatoes of this podcast now.
Yeah.
Because, well, we touched on it last week a little bit. A
couple episodes.
Yeah, I was going to say a couple episodes ago, too. How Laura and I, as adult women...
Yes.
Were
you trying to search for a word?
I was trying to search for something more clever, but that's what came to me.
We are women.
We are women and we are adults.
Women.
It's
like the Stewie Griffin.
We, how do I put this lightly? We love Chuck E. Cheese still.
Yeah.
And like animatronic things and just things like that. Well, I should say Chuck E. Cheese, like the actual place. More so just like the animatronics and like the stuff behind that.
Yeah.
And like all the, like the Rockafire Explosion, if anyone remembers that, and like the Showbiz stuff. Because okay. I'm going to get comfortable. Hold on.
Oh,
hold on.
Megan's taking her hoodie off.
It's coming off.
It's getting serious.
Here's a little backstory. So, I'm a doll person. I think I've mentioned that before. I love dolls. I've been a doll collector for the majority of my life, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
And it just started when I was young, when my grandmothers would give us dolls as kids. Well, my grandma and my great-grandma on my mom's side. Excuse me. They would, they gave us dolls as presents, and I just loved them because, it's very, like, sentimental to me, things like that. And then after they passed, it's like I started collecting them more.
Yeah.
Because, it was like a nostalgic thing for me. And it was, oh no, it was very heartwarming. And, my grandma said to me before she died too, she was like, oh, I'll still be with you as long as you have this doll. So every time someone died, I'd buy a new doll.
Yeah.
It's a little morbid, but it's true because it's like, oh, they're like homes for like the spirits of my loved ones. So yeah, I was like 5 years old thinking that shit. So
which is a profound thing for a 5-year-old to even think about.
Yeah, we were just not conventional children in the slightest. So I've always loved like dolls and things like that. And aside from the first time we went to Disney World was when we were 5. Mm-hmm. And I remember seeing, like you go on the rides and stuff, they're all like animatronics and things like that. And they have them in like the stores and everything. And I just thought they were like giant dolls, that moved. Like I couldn't differentiate it between an animatronic and a doll.
Well, see, that was your interpretation.
Yeah.
My interpretation
with giant monsters.
I could not see when I was a kid. Like, I was very blind, and I didn't get glasses till I was 3. But the second I got glasses, my fear of like animatronics and like mascots and shit like stopped.
Yeah.
Because I could see them. Just imagine being a tiny little bean, of a kid, and just like this giant like 7-foot thing is coming towards you and waving at you. Wouldn't you be fucking terrified?
Oh yeah.
It's like SCP, just like, man,
what,
that game with all the monsters, you have to contain them.
I don't know what you're talking about.
SCP Containment Breach.
Sure.
You're basically in very quick, you're in a facility and you have to control these like creature like things, and they attack you and shit.
Cool.
And they're huge.
Sounds great.
So that's why.
Gotcha. Okay, now I understand what you were saying.
Yes.
But yeah, so I even have the video still up. Like you could see the exact moment where I was like, okay, I want one of these animatronics. Mm-hmm. It was like I think we were like 2, and we were at a Chuck E. Cheese, and I
think we were 3.
94. Christmas in 94.
Was it 94?
Yeah.
Oh.
We were 2, about to be 3.
Oh, okay.
And we went to a Chuck E. Cheese after a big snowstorm because my mom couldn't take having the two of us in the house. And she's like, all right, we're going to Chuck E. Cheese. And she drove through a snowstorm to Chuck E. Cheese. Mm-hmm. And there, of course, there was a snowstorm, like no one there. It was open, but there was nobody in there. So we got to just play on everything. We didn't have to wait to play with anything, and like all the rides and the ball pits, and then like there was the show going on. And you see me, Lauren didn't want to go near it because like she said,
I still couldn't see.
She was terrified. So she was like all the way back, like I don't know where you were, but you see me run all the way down up to the stage because there was no one around. And you see me like touching at their feet, and I'm like freaking out, and you see me like all starry-eyed. I'm like, ooh, like what are these giant things, and they were massive animatronics too. They were like 8 feet tall. Mm-hmm. Huge. And like you see little old me just like, yay, I love these. And ever since then, it's like I just had a fascination with them, like how someone was able to take essentially a doll and bring it to life.
Yeah.
So, and I always, I've always loved like, what do you call it? Like, I always love like the Chucky movies and like, doll movies and things like that. And I love Pinocchio when I was a kid. Mm-hmm. It was a doll that came to life. It's just been a thing that I've always loved. So that's where that stems from. And it just became more prominent as an adult when I could afford to like buy things like shit like that. But yeah, so that's where that started. And then when I got older, because, well, Showbiz Pizza was before our time. We never got to go. And because by the time we were born, they were all closed down. And
yeah, or it was like the last few when they merged, which
Chuck E. Cheese.
Chuck E. Cheese, there was like a few left, but they were just about to like be closed down and turn into Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah. And it wasn't until I was an adult that I rediscovered them, because I feel like we at some point in our lives have stumbled upon the Rockafire just with our own like weird interests that we have.
Yeah.
But I never really got into it until I was I was severely depressed, and I spent a lot of time in bed, like a couple years ago, because my boyfriend passed away, and I was really sad, obviously.
Yeah.
And I spent a lot of time like on YouTube, like and you know, when you go through anything that's really traumatic, you kind of like revert back to things that are like familiar and comfortable to you. And excuse me, I happened to, well, I think you said it was the Game Grumps played a Chuck E. Cheese game.
It was some stupid Chuck E. Cheese game for the Wii, and then I fell down another hole, which if YouTube has a rehab, call me. I need it. I keep falling down YouTube holes, and I can't take it anymore. But it was one of those holes that I fell down where it was just like, oh, remember these animatronics of Chuck E. Cheese? Like, they all popped up on the side of the video, so it was like...
Oh, yeah, and it was like the malfunction videos when they would, like, freak out. It was so creepy.
Well, that, too, and then, like, it was other videos that were, like, forgotten animatronics that used to be there that, you know, aren't there anymore, like the hippo and all that. And then popped up, like, a documentary.
Yes.
For the Rockafire.
And that's what I sent to you. I found, because Lauren sent me the malfunctioning animatronic videos, and then I found the Rockafire documentary about the Rockafire Explosion. And for those of you that don't know, brief synopsis. The Rockafire Explosion was made by Creative Engineering, which is a private company in Florida, owned by Aaron Fechter, who is one of the greatest people ever. I've actually had the pleasure of talking to him before. Great person.
Yeah.
And, he was asked by Showbiz Pizza back in the late 70s, early 80s to do animatronics for their restaurant. And he he did like the Rockafire Explosion. He did like so many different like shows and animatronics, things like that. And the most famous being the Rockafire. And then when they weren't doing so well, they opened like a bunch of restaurants and they weren't doing so well. And then basically the big corporate crony assholes were like, basically, we're merging with Chuck E. Cheese, or, you know, you give us full control or you're going. And he's like, you're not getting control of my animatronics. And then they were gone.
And basically what they did was use the endoskeleton of his animatronics, and they just put new, like, stuff over it.
Yeah, like new characters on top of it. So it's fucked up, you know, and
so all the Chuck E. Cheese animatronics you see were made by Creative Engineering, but they just have different, like, fur and, like, clothes on.
Yeah. So,
but those are still the original ones from way back in the fucking day.
So he is like a prodigy, and he got fucked hard by the corporate assholes.
Not only that, but he got fucked hard by the guy that he did the whack-a-mole with.
Oh, no, he didn't do the whack-a-mole with him. He told someone, he invented the whack-a-mole too, this guy, and he told someone about it, and the guy stole his idea.
That's right, and he stole his idea.
I don't remember the guy's name, and I don't really care because fuck him. And he stole his idea, and he made millions and millions of dollars off of it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, this guy got fucked twice. Royally.
Yeah.
And it's like, my heart, like, I'm watching this documentary, my heart broke. It's like, because I remember playing a whack-a-mole in Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
Had I known then, like, both of these things were not okay, I would have been like, ugh, you know, like, fuck this.
But we were children. We had no idea what the Rockafire Explosion was.
Yeah.
We didn't know about all this shit, obviously. So we grew up at Chuck E. Cheese. We're like, oh, yeah, that was so great. And made me think of childhood and blah, blah, blah. But it's not our fault because we had no idea.
Yeah.
We were born after...
We were born in 92.
Yeah,
so.
It was born after it wasn't a thing anymore. So.
Yeah, and, you know, it's like, my parents didn't know either. They couldn't even tell us about it because they were, like, in college in the 80s.
Yeah.
So it's like they didn't, you know, it's not like they were fucking going there. But, you know, it's like, I happened to watch that, and actually, even before I watched this documentary and everything else, what initially rekindled, like, my interest with like these animatronics was Five Nights at Freddy's when that game came out.
Oh yeah,
and
which is like kind of a sore subject for people now because they're like, oh, that game fucking, it's like bullshit because the fans and blah blah blah. But
well, let me tell you something. Fuck the fans. I don't really care about that. And I agree that the game is a bit much because there's so much to it now and it's so ridiculous. And but I'm talking about when it initially came out and it was just one game.
Mm-hmm.
And just the concept of it terrified me because you and I adored animatronics and things like that as kids. Not even just at like Chuck E. Cheese and places like that, but at Disney and whatever. And even like the Rainforest Cafe, if that even still exists.
Oh my God.
Like we loved it.
They exist, but now they took the one out at the mall. So I'm like, oh, fuck it. I gotta go all the way to fucking Niagara Falls, literally, to go to the Rainforest Cafe.
Literally.
Yeah. Or I think there's one in Massachusetts, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's like the closest one to us.
Yeah.
But when that game came out, it scared the shit out of me because someone was taking something like a sacred part of like, our childhood and making it terrifying.
Yeah.
Like, oh, now they're going to come to life and kill you. And at first I was like, that's genius. And then I went, this is an abomination.
Yeah.
But, double-edged sword, because I remember Aaron Fechter, the guy that did the Rockafire Explosion, he said after that game came out, kids became interested in animatronics again.
Yeah.
And his business began to thrive again because kids were coming into creative engineering, the actual building, for tours and birthday parties and stuff like that.
Yeah, and he actually uses Five Nights at Freddy's and like he gives the kids a private show with his animatronics, but they use the Five Nights at Freddy's characters. Like he totally embraced it.
Yeah,
and he thought it was great.
Yeah,
even though he thinks it's great.
Even though it's a horror game, but kids were like all into it, and it's like finally it became interesting again because Chuck E. Cheese kind of fizzled out after a while.
Now they're taking their animatronics out, which is I think is fucking bullshit.
I think it's bullshit. Oh, kids don't pay attention anymore. It's like, yeah, because they're glued to their phones. Like
even that, but kids have the attention span of a fly.
Yeah.
Like literally they don't pay attention to anything.
I know. Nowadays, like kids just don't pay attention.
I know.
And it's like they're on YouTube all the time. They're always looking down at a screen or something. They don't appreciate it like you and I did.
Yeah.
It wasn't like
we didn't even know what the internet was in 1994 or whatever it was.
Yeah, and I touched on this on a previous episode too. It's like everything is so detached now. There's no hands-on like experience because when I think back and I take myself back there, I remember everything. I remember like holding like tickets, at Chuck E. Cheese and banging on a whack-a-mole and fucking, like playing games with my hands, like at pinball machines and fucking arcade cabinets and shit like that. And, now kids, it's like everything they just push with one finger on a screen. Mm-hmm. Almost everything. Not everything.
And now, I don't even think Chuck E. Cheese does tickets. I think they just like have a card.
Yeah, it's like a credit card thing. Like when you go to the casino and you gamble and you put in that card.
Yeah, like your Players Club card.
Yeah, it's like...
It's like the Chuck E. Cheese Players Club card.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. I'm like, what happened to tickets?
I know.
Like, there's no better experience than, like, hitting big on a game or something and getting, like, 3 feet of tickets coming out.
Yeah, because, well, here's the thing, too. Like, the part about that I loved is, like, you have a lot of something. It was just paper, but, too, it's like, I won a lot of something.
Yeah.
So it's, like, more meaningful because it's like, look at all of this that I've won. As a child, that's how you rationalize it. And now it's like you put in a card and it's like you don't get the same gratification because... Is that the word I'm looking for?
Yeah.
Because... Now it's like, oh, I just have it all on my card. It doesn't mean as much because you're not actually seeing how much you have, like, physically in a quantifiable way.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's just so detached now. So, like, when Five Nights at Freddy's came out, it was like a blessing and a curse. Kind of like when Jaws came out.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, everyone was scared of sharks, but then everyone wanted to go to the beach. So,
yeah.
It's like, like I said, it's like that double-edged sword where it's like, it kind of sucks, but it's kind of great. But I remember when that game came out and a friend of ours showed it to us and we were just like, this is... And then we got sucked right in like everyone else with all the backstory and everything.
Listen, there's nothing I love more than a good story. Same. I can listen to people tell stories all day, every day. That's why we do a podcast.
Yeah.
It's stories, Like
I think we've told like 12 stories just in this 1 hour or whatever.
I know. I love stories. I want to hear everyone's stories. I want to know every detail. I don't know why. I think it's fascinating to hear perspectives and experiences and shit like that.
Me too.
And like, even if someone like tells a story about their Chuck E. Cheese experience or their whatever, Like, that's thrilling to me.
Yeah.
You could tell me a story about literally anything, and I will love it.
Except if your bowel movements. We don't want to hear about that.
No, please. Spare me.
Unless it involves you, like, shitting on a homeless person or something like that, or it's something crazy, like, then I want to hear it.
Yeah.
But if you just, like, I woke up and I took a shit today, it's like, I don't want to hear that, please.
I know. Well, not even just, like, you know, oh, well, I did this today, but, like, you know, stories of, like, from the past.
Yeah.
And, like,
anything that's, like, involved and interesting and meaningful to you, we want to hear it.
Yes. I love stories.
Me too. But, yeah, so it's weird, like, I know it's really, like, a kid's thing, like, these animatronics and, like, things like that, but there are some people who just, they don't grow out of it, because they're still, like, you know, the kids that grew up in the 80s that, like, went to Showbiz Pizza and stuff and still love it to this day.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and it just because it was a part of their youth, you know, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
I don't think so either.
It's totally innocent. It's totally, like, fine. Yeah, it's a little creepy. Some people are afraid of dolls and things like that and animatronics. They think it's creepy. That's fine. This fucking lawnmower, I swear to God. I'm sorry.
By the time we finish this podcast, they're going to be done.
Yeah.
Because this is my fucking luck.
Yeah, it's true. But, what the hell was I even saying? Oh, Jesus. Oh, Lord. I got distracted by the lawnmower. Oh, no. So, you know, people grew up with it. And, like, we did, too. Like, we grew up going to Chuck E. Cheese and stuff like that. And sometimes you just don't grow out of things like that. And that's fine. You know? I just think it's interesting. I think it's cool, like, how people do it. And, like, even, there's a YouTube channel now. Well, Aaron Fechter has a YouTube channel called The Rockafire, you know, and he posts videos every so often. I actually paid for his premium subscription to see, like, all the stuff he does behind the scenes. And
You paid.
You paid.
Thank you.
Thank you. It was a Christmas present from Lauren. And we watch the videos together. And
Yeah.
he does a lot of, like, cool stuff now, and he just, like, he recorded, like, a video for Fall Out Boy of the Rockafire singing one of their newer songs, and they're playing it behind them on tour, like, on a screen. And just, like, he's doing, like, all these cool things, and, like, you know, it's really interesting to watch. And, like, his process of, like, you know, restoring the animatronics and pouring all the latex for all the masks and stuff.
The cool thing is, when you watch that Fall Out Boy video, that's the best those animatronics have ever looked.
Yeah.
And, like, functioned.
Yeah.
So it's not even just like, oh, well, he just restores them and they go back to how they were. He restores them and they're even better than they were before.
He, like, perfects it. He doesn't just settle for subpar like some people.
Like, it's crazy to me. And then the whole reason we even have the subscription to his premium videos or whatever is because he was selling Billy Bob dolls, who was part of the Rockafire Explosion.
Billy Bob is a bear.
And it came with, like, the whole package or whatever.
Yeah, it was a little pricey.
And they were, like, handmade bears, and, like, you know, he put up videos of himself wrapping these bears with his wife and sending them out to people, and they were specifically numbered and used with actual fur from Billy Bob. And,
oh, yeah, like, it was Lauren's Christmas present to me. It was, like, the best thing I ever got.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I'm a doll collector, so I'm like, I need the doll. And he numbered it in, like, 3 different places. I think mine's, like, 27 or something out of 50. And it's, like, numbered in 3 different places, signed. It's, like, it was high quality. But the dolls were not made very well. He was very disappointed about it because the guy he hired didn't, like, do that great of a job. He, like, rushed it. But what I think makes them so valuable is that the fur on them is actual, like, fur from one of the 80s animatronics.
Yeah.
So
I think from the first, like, 50, I think he said, or something.
Yeah.
So
I got one with the actual fur.
Yeah.
Which is insane.
Yeah. The other ones had newer fur that wasn't from the animatronic.
Yeah,
so,
but I mean, I love it. And, you know, he is like a perfectionist. He was pointing out all the imperfections, although he did say mine was one of the better ones. And I could see it too. Like, yeah, the paint could have been a little bit neater in some places, and there was, like, glue showing on a seam somewhere. And
yeah, but honestly, it kind of gives it some character.
You know what? Yeah, and I always say that, like, it means, like, you know, it was handmade. Like, you can tell, you know, it doesn't look like it was just a mass produced. Like, you could tell, like, someone actually took the time to make this, and, you know, it's meaningful to me, you know, and I love that damn thing. It sits in the, I don't have it out. It like sits in the plastic still, like a lot of my dolls.
Yeah,
but
and it has its own custom Billy Bob box.
Yeah.
With like a certificate on the back and everything.
Dude, it's so valuable.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And
I mean, it costs a lot of money just to even buy that thing. So
yeah.
I can't imagine how much it'll be worth in like 20 years.
Yeah. And I don't think I'll ever, like, oh, you could make money if you sold it. It's like, I don't want to sell that. Are you fucking kidding me?
Well, first of all, it was a present. And second of all.
Yeah. And second of all, like, no.
We want that.
Yes, I want it. But, yeah, so, I don't know. Laura and I have always just, I would say me slightly more. We've always been into things like that. Like,
yeah. It's not that I wasn't into it. I think you just liked it more.
Yeah, because I've always been like a doll person, and I've always like,
yeah,
I've always found it just like magical. Like someone could like take nothing basically and bring like a character to life. It was insane to me that was even possible.
I think I developed more of like a love for it later in life, but earlier in life I did not care. I was not into it. I wanted nothing to do with it. I just wanted to eat my pizza and play fucking Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted to do.
I know. I loved it.
But then when we got older, we actually had birthdays at Chuck E. Cheese and stuff, like our birthdays.
Yeah.
Like, I fucking loved it. I was like, this is so cool. Look, and like Chucky would come out and like in his like costume
and he like dance with you and you're like, yeah, man.
Which I don't know how the fuck they wore that thing. That head has to be 25 pounds.
I know. Oh my God.
And it was probably like a 5'3" chicken there.
Yeah.
Because usually from what I've read about like Disney and stuff and their characters that walk around, it's usually chicks because we're a lot more animated than dudes.
Yeah.
So if you see like a Mickey Mouse, it's probably a girl in there.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. But, oh my God, speaking of which, small tangent. Do you know their fucking eyes blink now?
Yes. I think we mentioned that before, too.
I can't even... Ugh.
If Chucky's eyes blinked when I was a child...
I would hate it.
I would hate it.
Why do they blink?
I don't know.
It's like, oh, let's make them more realistic. No, please don't.
Because kids are dumb and they don't realize that it's an actual fucking piece of plastic instead of a person, you know?
You could hear them through the mask, too. Like,
that's terrifying.
I know. Like, you would hear, like, them kiss the top of your head.
Oh, that's right. They did do that, yeah.
And it was just obviously them making a kissing sound from in there or whatever, but it's just like, I don't know. It's just something about it that it's a little weird.
Yeah. Ugh.
Especially with the blinking eyes. But you know what? I would probably still like it.
Yeah.
So it's fine.
But, you know, and I know people give me a lot of shit just for liking dolls or whatever, you know? And that's fine. You don't really have to agree with me. I don't really care.
Yeah, I understand why people are so afraid of dolls because they look like people.
Yeah, and because somebody saw Chucky once and it, like, traumatized them. Like, I get it. But, you know, it's like, I love Chucky. I have the Chucky dolls. They sit in my room. No, Chucky and Tiffany. They sit in my room. I love them. And I don't know, I've always been, like, a doll collector. And I have, like, porcelain dolls. And I have, like, living dead dolls. Like, all kinds of shit. I have marionettes. Just, I will never buy a ventriloquist dummy. There's something about them that I just do not care for.
I know.
But I think it's because when I was a child, I saw an episode of Reading Rainbow, of all things.
Oh, yeah.
And there was a ventriloquist doll in there, and it was just so creepy to me. I'm like, I hate this. But, yeah, so we love a good animatronic here.
Yeah, we do.
And, that's what I was going to say like 20 minutes ago, is I saw another channel recently, aside from Aaron's channel where he posts videos of the animatronics or whatever. Someone has one from Chuck E. Cheese, and it was like at all the different like pizza places or whatever. Back then, it wasn't just owned by one company, or like it was owned by like the head company, whatever it was. It was the King, and it was a lion that does Elvis impersonations.
Oh yeah,
and we saw, because we talked about the channel, the Carpetbagger, we watch all the time. Mm-hmm. And I guess he did a song for the Carpetbagger channel. And then here's this channel. And I'm like, someone owns one of these still? Like, it was insane to me because I vaguely remember the King.
Yeah.
Vaguely. I don't think we had one there, but I think it was somewhere else. and Jesus Earl Christ, this fucking
don't
lawnmower.
keep talking about it.
Oh my god, I can't. It's like right in my goddamn ear. I'm gonna fucking go and choke these people. But what was I saying? So yeah, the king has his own channel now, and some guy like found it. I don't remember what the guy's name is, but he like found it in a warehouse, or some guy had it in a warehouse, and it took him a long time to convince the owner of it to buy it or to sell it to him. And he like finally gave it to him, he cleaned it up, and now it's like a spectacle, and he makes videos about it or whatever. But it's a fucking massive animatronic, so it just stays in one place all the time.
Yeah.
And I get it, because I remember the Chuck E. Cheese animatronics. They were fucking massive.
Yeah.
They were huge. And I don't know if that's just because I was like a tot, like I was a small child, and everything was big to me, but like they were pretty fucking big. Like they weren't like people size. They were like monster size.
I know.
I don't know why they were so big. But yeah, so I don't know. And that was like what I was watching the other day, is like those videos. Like, oh, someone posted a video of the king. It's like, I don't know. I just find this stuff fascinating, people. If you don't, then we'll see you on the next podcast. But, you know, for today, this is what we're talking about, because it's just like, it's so like niche, this kind of thing.
Right.
Like, how many fucking animatronic bands and pizza restaurants exist in the world besides Chuck E. Cheese? Go ahead and name one. I'll wait. Well, Chuck E. Cheese and Showbiz Pizza.
Yeah.
Well, that was a thing.
Oh, finally. They fucking stopped.
Oh, thank God. What was the other one? There was one more. Oh, Pizza Time something.
Well, there was the merge one. That was Pizza Time.
Pizza Time was the other one. Those are the only 3 in existence. And 2 of them don't even operate anymore.
Yeah.
So, if you know any else, like a modern equivalent to that, please let me know. Because I don't think it exists. That's why I love it, because it's such a specific thing. Like a specific part of like American culture, you know? And it's just something that I've always been fascinated by. Just because it's like, how could someone like take nothing and make like a singing band out of it? It's insane to me.
That's why Aaron's a genius.
He is a genius. And he's so underrated by a lot of people. But
yeah, completely.
He really is like so profoundly like intelligent. And I don't know. I can't even think straight right now. Please continue with what you were saying.
I don't even know what I was going to say.
I don't know either. Oh. What a fucking nightmare.
I know. I'm going to kill these fucking neighbors.
I fucking hate them. Ugh. Anyway. So yeah, we just want to talk about that today, because I know we touched on it last week, and I think like another episode too.
I know. I would just love to get Aaron on this show.
I would too. I would love to like interview him and be like, girl, okay.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I know. We're going to have to get more of an audience before that happens.
Yeah.
I mean, we have people that listen, but it's not a lot.
Yeah.
We're just a small old bean.
Yeah. Well,
so
it's okay. You know, and even if it's just like the interview for us, I don't even care.
Yeah, honestly.
I just want to talk to him, because I emailed him back and forth after Lauren gave me the doll for Christmas, and I thanked him and I said it was so great and blah, blah, blah. And I told him, like, and I sent him a picture of me with the doll, and I'm like, I know you probably wouldn't expect like a goth chick to fucking have one of these, but here you go. Yeah. And he had like interesting stories about, he was friends with Delta Burke.
Yeah.
And he was like, I think Delta Burke was the original goth, so that's cool, you know? And I was just fucking crying, laughing. I'm like, thanks. So, yeah.
Yeah.
This has been riveting.
I love this stuff.
Me too. I just think it's so cool. Laura and I love like old parts of like Americana, quote unquote.
Like one of these years, we're going to do a Route 66 vacation.
Yes.
Like that's our goal.
Yes.
Like,
it's to get on Route 66 and see all like the rundown, like historic places.
Oh, nothing would bring me more joy than to go on Route 66. And you know what? I've actually been to Santa Monica Pier before, which is the dead ass end of Route 66.
Yeah.
And I didn't even go to any of those places. Like, well, I was at Venice Beach, and then we walked from Venice Beach to Santa Monica Pier, which is like 2 miles.
Boring.
Why we walked, I don't fucking know. Well, this is with my ex who lives in California, and we just went to Bubba Gump's, and then we Ubered back. I'm like, why didn't we just Uber in the first place?
I know.
I mean, whatever. I mean, it's done now. And then I didn't see anything else in Santa Monica Pier besides the Ferris wheel and Bubba Gumps.
Great.
So it was riveting. It was a great time.
He's a fucking prick.
We're going to have to do a whole podcast about that, too. We have a lot of podcasts coming up.
Yeah, we got a lot of good stuff coming up. So.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, I'll get into depth about how I was in a relationship for 7 years and got cheated on. If this makes it back to him, honestly, I don't even give a shit.
It's like, you know what you did, asshole.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so we want to talk about that today because it's something that holds a special place in our hearts.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm friends with doll people. They're not normal people, to say the least. You know, it's like we're all a little bit weird. Yeah. But, you know, it's just like...
But isn't everyone just a little bit weird?
Yeah.
Even the most stale corporate fucking person is a little bit weird.
Yeah.
So...
It's true. You know?
Everyone's got weird in them.
Yeah.
You caught the weird.
Yeah. This is like my weird thing. Like I love like doll, and not even just like animatronics, but I love like all dolls. Like I've been to flea markets and I've gotten dolls there, just like, you know, that look all tattered and stuff. Cause it's like, oh, I wonder what this story is. And,
yeah.
You know, like I have
like
so
I
many...
said, you know, I love a story.
Yeah.
So,
you know, I've always loved dolls. I just think they're precious and wonderful, and they bring me a lot of joy. And I've always associated them with like good things in my life.
I was just gonna say, because we had positive experience with dolls and clowns. We are not afraid of clowns.
Yes, I love clowns. Actually,
we went to the circus as kids, and clowns would come out to us. We were fucking excited.
We were like,
we
loved
clown. The clowns. We did. So like everyone now is like afraid of it, and like, you know, all the other clowns, like scary clowns that exist in the world. They don't scare me. I mean, it is technically kind of scary because of the way they look, but clowns are not terrifying to me. Like, actual circus clowns, they're just doing their job.
Yeah. They're
Leave
great.
them alone.
Yeah. You know, and I've never had, like, a negative experience with clowns or anything. I have clown dolls, even. Yeah. You know, they just... I don't know, they just make me laugh. I just think they're so cute and goofy and, like, such an integral part of, like, American culture.
Yeah.
And, like, it's just something I've always loved. I've always loved clowns. And people think I'm insane because I don't like spiders. You know?
Yeah.
I have like a little weird phobia. Like, I don't like giant hills and I don't like boats. But clowns, I am A-okay with.
Yeah.
You know? And people think I'm insane for that. But you know what? I think it's crazy that people are scared of clowns because of one fucking... Well, I mean, there's a lot of copycat movies now. Yeah. But like one movie, it basically is it.
Yeah.
And I love that movie because in actuality, that would never happen.
No.
So... You know?
Though it did, the first time I saw it when I was really young, I could not shower for like a week.
Yeah.
I was afraid I was going to get sucked into the drain.
Yeah, and it wasn't so much the clown part that bothered me. It's just like the thought of like an entity following you and stalking you in your dreams that scare me. It's like Freddy Krueger with clown face.
Yeah.
You know? That's literally what it is.
Yes.
So I don't understand. But,
I know.
You know, what the hell was I going to say? Oh, shit. I don't remember what I was going to say now. What the hell was I talking about before that? I don't know what I was going to say. It'll come back to me. But, yeah, I don't know. I've always loved clowns and things like that. I just don't think they're scary. You know? It's like they're happy, laughing people. Like,
yeah, they're goofy.
They're goofy. Like, what's so scary about them?
I know.
I don't get it. But... whatever. I don't get it. You know, a lot of people don't get what I like. That's fine.
Yeah.
I don't really care. It's more for me. That's what I always say. It's like, oh, more for me then.
Yeah.
It's fine. So, yeah. Well, this has been fun.
Yeah. And now we're going to end with a Murderdolls song because I talked enough about them today. I got to put a Murderdolls song in here.
Oh, God.
It'll be one of them. Don't know which one.
Okay.
But it's going to be from Beyond the Valley of the Murderdolls, their first full length.
Yes. I love that album. Honestly.
So good. I love Wednesday 13 too.
Yeah. I was going to say that before too. Like, I love Wednesday because he loves like old horror movies like I do.
Yeah.
And every time I see him, we always talk about like Vincent Price and shit like that. And because
I'm pretty sure he has a Vincent Price tattoo.
I'm sure he does.
He has to.
I drew a picture of him a long time ago. and it was a spoof on an Alice Cooper photo of him holding like a head.
Oh, it was the Vincent Price head.
Yeah, but I drew Wednesday holding the Vincent Price head.
Yeah.
And he thought it was great.
Did you give him that picture?
I think I did. I know I might still have it. I think he signed it though, because he asked me if I wanted it signed.
Oh yeah.
I think I still have it.
Okay.
But yeah, I love Wednesday. He's cool. He's cool people.
I know, he's great.
Yeah.
We had a really good talk the last time I talked to him too, just about everything, and you know, because now he's like sober. He's been sober for a long time, and he's like getting his life back on track. I'm like, I'm so fucking happy for him. I'm happy for him. I'm happy for Joey, who made like the comeback of a fucking century. He won a Golden God Award, like the Golden God Award, 2 years ago.
Really?
Yeah. And his speech was the first time I think he talked about his disease or whatever, and I was like sobbing watching it.
Oh God.
I'm sobbing. I was like, oh my God, you know, like
Lauren does that all the time. She's like, I've made a mistake.
I always make mistakes like that. Like I said, I think last week or 2 weeks ago when I watched the Ryan Dunn tribute.
Oh yeah,
that was a mistake.
Lauren's like, I can't stop. I'm like, God help me.
I was not even just ugly crying. I was like sobbing uncontrollably. Could not even stop me from crying. Type of crying.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It was. I didn't even know him. I was crying my eyes out.
I know.
But.
Well, I feel like this podcast has gone on for like 6 hours.
Oh my God. We need to get out of here.
I know. Well,
enjoy your fucking Murderdolls.
Yeah, I mean, we just love this stuff, and we could talk about it all goddamn day.
Yeah.
So
I mean, we are talkers. There's going to be one episode where it's just 2.5 hours, and we're not even going to realize it. Because we're going to go on a huge rant about something.
Yes.
It literally happens all the time.
Yes.
So if that happens, sorry.
I mean,
just grab a snack.
Yeah, grab a snack. Join us.
And some juicy gossip and tea spilling all over the place.
And please, like, let us, like, message us. Like, let us know, like, if you agree with what we say, if you think we're crazy, you know, like, let us know. Did you like the Rockafire when you were a child? Do you even know what we're talking about?
Yeah.
You know, like, let us know if you feel the same kind of, like, nostalgic ties to this. Or if you like
the Murderdolls / Slipknot / anything else Joey Jordison does.
Yeah. I mean, not gonna lie, not the biggest Slipknot fan. Do love the Murderdolls though.
Yeah.
I remember listening to them when I was like 12, and I was like, this is cool. And then I found like Iron Maiden, and I was like, yeah, fuck this. But I mean, I don't fucking hate them. I don't think they're like the worst. There's definitely worse bands out there, but do love the Murderdolls though. They were more my speed. So, yeah.
I have a soft spot for Slipknot.
I know.
Not even gonna fucking. You could fight me about it, but it's not gonna change my opinion.
I know.
Oh, it's fucking dumb bullshit, fucking whatever. Like, great. You could think that, but I like it.
Oh, dude, that's like when I tell people I don't like Pantera, it's like the fucking daggers come out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't like Phil Anselmo. I just think he's a fucking asshole. You know? I thought Dime was cool, you know, and a good guitar player, and I liked Glamtera. Yeah. But Pantera now and Down are fucking laughable. Like, it's just bro metal. I don't know. People just hate on me so much for it, but whatever. It's an opinion. We all got it.
It's like when I tell people I don't like Megadeth. Like, apparently I got myself exiled from the metal community.
Yeah, it's like, look,
I don't fucking like them.
Yeah, like, I could appreciate what they've done historically for metal.
Sure.
But I just... Fuck Dave Mustaine. Fuck him.
I know. Fucking wrinkled-faced piece of shit. I can't. I had a bad experience with him, so I kind of, you know...
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I kind of have a grudge against Megadeth. Not so much the music, but just, like...
him as a person.
Yeah, I had such a bad experience with him, it makes me hate them as a band. And it's not the other member's fault. He's just fucking insufferable.
I know.
And I'm not going to get into that story. That's a story I'll probably never tell because it was just so fucking awful.
Yeah.
So, anyway, enjoy your fucking Murderdolls.
Enjoy, goddammit.
We're going to get out of here and go sleep.
Yeah.
We're like tired talking now.
Oh, I know. It's like you ever get so tired you just ramble and you don't even make sense anymore.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure we did that for half this episode, so sorry about that.
I know. I'm fucking starving now. I think I'm gonna go eat something.
Okay.
I'm gonna go eat some food. I'm gonna eat the mic right now.
Please don't.
I can't.
It was expensive.
But okay.
Okay.
Thanks for listening to us talk about our,
childhood yet again.
I know, weird obsessions.
I promise we're going to stop talking about it now and talk about other things.
Yeah. I know. We wanted to talk about it.
We have to get this out of our system.
I know. It's just like, because a lot of my friends don't really care for this stuff. So it's like, we're just going to put it out there. And if you want to listen to us talk about it, great. And if not, oh well.
Yeah.
But here are the Murderdolls. I don't know what song. Some songs going
It'll be
in here.
a song.
A song.
Okay, see you next week, everyone.
Okay, see ya. Bye.
Bye.